Hey, CC and RR fans. We're so excited to be back. Aren't you, CC?
I am. It's been a great off-season.
You know what I'm excited about? Is that it's not 1,000 degrees anymore.
The heat is actually on right now in my house.
That is amazing. Wow. Well, it's good to be back, fans. And on this episode, we're going to be talking about all the awesome Disney toys we got. So what do we do before we really start the show? What do you got to say, CC?
Well, let's see. Don't forget on the bottom left is the watermark. So you can... Oh! Are you alright?
Yes, sorry.
So bottom left is our watermark. Top left is the information bar where you can watch prior episodes. And then along the bottom are all of our formats that you can view us on. So be sure to click and like and subscribe.
Awesome. Well, let's get back into this show because we got tons of toys and we spent tons of money, but we got some goodies to show you today.
Oh, I'm real excited about this.
Yeah.
Today we'll be opening up a Power of the Force Deluxe Boba Fett.
Get it going. Take time. Two mothers went to the park. It was kinda dark. In the daytime, Carl and Ryan in the daytime. Carl and Ryan don't niggas come by them and the bust you in the hip.
I love these things, don't you, CC?
These are probably my favorite purchase of my trip.
This is awesome. I'm really excited that I got one of these monkey babies to sit on my shoulders. I mean, who would ever thought to come up with one of these?
This is probably one of the most ingenious things they've had.
Yes.
I guess they did well with those Pandora dragons.
And they figured, why not have monkey babies?
They said, why not? Let's make some Kowakian monkey lizards, which, I mean, they're all over the place.
They're all over the place. So we'll jump in because we got a lot of stuff to review from the Disney trip.
Yeah.
That you got to go on.
It was quite an adventure.
Quite an adventure. So we got kind of a two-part episode. We're going to be doing all the Disney stuff because there was a ton of Disney stuff.
Yep. And
then on our next episode, we're going to be looking at the Triple Force Friday stuff that we got as well. And we've got lots of comments.
That was an absolute debacle.
It was very draining on both CC and RR. So we'll get into that a little bit later. Yeah. But first, what we'll do is we'll take a look at these little Kowakian monkey babies and show you all the features. And then we'll get into some of the Black Series stuff.
That'll work for me.
All right. So as you can see, they chill on your shoulder very nicely. So you get a little movement. You can walk around like you're walking at the park, right? Right.
You can go on roller coasters with them.
You can go on roller coasters. They kind of look at you, you know. Like I was sleeping with this thing the other night. My wife couldn't tell the difference between me and the Kowakian monkey baby.
No?
No. And especially when I was like, you know, I said, move over, and she wasn't happy.
She wasn't happy about it?
She wasn't happy about it, you know, and especially this little tuft of hair on the head.
Yeah, it's a little tickle.
And then a little tickle there. But here, so these are the monkey babies. So you get a couple of cool things with this. You get a little handle here that can kind of move around. You see that little head action there? And then you get the little voice activation, which you can turn on and off.
Yes. And
his little jaw moves there.
His little beak.
His little beak. So if you got a little boil or something on your back,
you can nibble it right off.
Nibble it right off, you know? So there's your little monkey baby. So here, we'll take them off. The little secret here is that it comes with this little thing that you put in your shirt, and it's a little magnet, little hump there, and he sits on it.
It's got a little magnetic buttocks.
A little, and you can see there you got his little, you know, not to expose some genitalia area there, but he's got his little battery box, I guess. You can turn them on and off here, and then that's your monkey for the most part. But what's cool about this is that he's got some fully posable legs.
He truly does. He has a ton of articulation.
Ton of articulation here.
Look at that.
Got ball joints at the knees, at the hip action there. Got a nice curly cute tail. Mm-hmm. There is no wire in this tail.
No.
So it's kind of curled up just like that. And then you got you know, his arms got ball joints, although you got limited motion here.
Yeah, you have wrist.
Yeah, you got some wrist. Well, it's more swivel on the wrists. No finger joints there. And then the head is kind of just turns with the little mechanism. But it is worth mentioning that this guy's belly,
his belly and his gullet,
here,
is very soft plastic.
It's a very soft rubbery plastic.
Yeah, yep.
For those of you that have like the $6 Million Man, he had this like rubber sleeve that would go on his arm, and in about 15 years that will dry rot.
That's my only fear is I don't know, maybe the longevity of these creatures.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to see. We're gonna have to put them in a very temperature controlled environment so that the gullet area here,
I could see that getting
dry rot
somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, he's not happy about it either. But you can see there's two versions of the monkey babies. You got the blue one, and you got sort of the, I guess, traditional Salacious Crumb version.
I did ask one of the employees when I was there. I said, "What's with the yellow and blue one?"
Yeah.
And she said they're in where the land of where they come from, where they're indigenous to. There's multi variations of them.
Why wouldn't there be?
So of course, what I liked, obviously I like Salacious Crumb, but when I saw the blue and yellow, I just like the look of it. So I was like, you know what, might as well get one of each, so that we can display both of them to the fans.
He's like the tribal leader.
Yeah, I like that. I like the look of him.
He may have spent some time in Pandora.
Maybe he was over there looking at the Pandora, hanging out with those dragons.
Yes,
and he had to make himself look like that. Maybe they're like chameleons.
Maybe they are. You never know.
So I mean, because there's your traditional one.
Yep, and you can see the size comparison.
There's your original. So I mean, I'd say.
I mean, they got him pretty good.
They got him pretty close.
Yeah, they got him pretty close.
I mean, he even sits the same almost with his hands, giant hands and feet.
Giant hands and feet.
Look, maybe he can sit on his shoulder.
Like that. Maybe get a little magnet and put that on there. You know, I will have to say their eyes are very piercing. They will mesmerize you.
Yes.
As you look into those eyes.
And what color eyes has yours got?
Mine has got like a yellowy black.
I think mine is very similar.
Yeah. Except yours is blue, so maybe they stick out more. And as you can see, they're very, very happy creatures, even if they're enslaved to the likes of Jabba the Hutt.
They don't seem to be bothered by it, as long as you feed them. And
yeah,
they are kind of like, I heard they're kind of like gremlins, though. You can't feed them after midnight.
Can't feed them after midnight, and probably can't get them very wet.
Yeah, they are good escape artists, though. He's gotten out of his box multiple times.
He has. Well, you know, we had to round them up for the show.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to take over the show.
That's true.
While we were getting ready to start. True. So that's sort of the first big thing, and they come in a pretty cool box. Yep. They come in like a cagey type box. I think about like Gremlins in a way.
You know what? If you want to stand by, I'll go get the box real quick.
Yeah, let's see that. We got to put these monkey babies to the side here in a minute. Yep. So that's your caged box that you get. As you can see, it's got a cage front. It reminds me of My Pet Monster.
Yep.
Or, you know, those types of things. What were those little ghoulies with the rubbery puppet mat faces?
Oh, I don't know. I know what
you're talking about.
Yeah,
but they kind of came in one of these too. So, but that's your Kowakian
monkey lizard.
Monkey lizard. All right, now we're going to get into some action figures. So stand by. Now that we've moved on from the lizards and put them back in the cages, I think the next probably cool thing that we got, and really you got because you were at Disney, was the Droid Factory stuff.
It is pretty cool.
So,
by the way, just a quick recap. I know we talked about, obviously we had the finale, which, by the way, the finale has been a hit.
It has been a hit.
We have almost 100 hits on that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
So
a lot of Galaxy Edge.
People seem to like the Star Wars stuff. So the Resistance ride, they keep having leaks for that ride. The Millennium Falcon ride was fun. But if you're not a huge fan of Star Wars, I can see that ride not being people's favorites. It's a simulator ride.
Which is kind of surprising that they build this giant thing and they put another simulator ride in.
I'll be honest with you. What was cool about it was when they dock you in this bay and you're in the Millennium Falcon. So like you come through the hallways. Cool. And that's all part of the queue. Right. You come around like you're literally in the Millennium Falcon. You're in the belly of the Millennium Falcon, which is pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Another nice part is there's only 6 people per ride. So it's a very inclusive environment, which is nice. So you have your pilots, your gunners, and then you have your engineers. If you're not a pilot, it's definitely not as fun. So you have 2 pilot positions. Those are by far the most like immersive experiences you're going to get. The other ones, you're just hitting buttons, and it's fun. But what makes it fun is because if you're a Star Wars fan, it's the Millennium Falcon, and it's just pretty cool.
Right. So that's a tip. If you're going to go on this ride, try to get the pilot.
I would request, you can ask.
Okay.
Say, hey, can we be a pilot? And what they'll do is they'll make you stand aside for like a wave, and then they'll give you the pilot. Gotcha. So I would make sure you're a pilot.
Yeah. And that basically means you're piloting them. You're in the cockpit
So
like Han Solo and Chewie.
You're all in the cockpit, but they have it. So like it's the pilot seats, the gunner seats. You're all behind each other. Okay. But you're in the front. You have all the controls. You throw it in hyperspace or yeah,
hyperspace.
Yeah. You actually, I'm not gonna lie. The little hairs in the back of my neck went up when I pulled that thing, and the freaking thing went to hyperspace. It was pretty amazing.
Were you like, woohoo?
Yeah, I was screaming pretty heavy. So it's a cool ride, but like I said, it's one of those rides where if they don't change it up over time and they don't change the experience, it's not gonna be
now,
great.
do you have to wear glasses?
No.
You don't have to wear glasses. It's not 3D.
No glasses.
No glasses.
No. Okay. The really cool part is because of the way the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon is, you can see all around you. So it's above you, to the left, to the right, down in front. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
But the Resistance ride will be opening in December in Disney World.
Gotcha.
And that is going to be a trackless technology ride where you get captured. You're part of the rebellion, the Resistance. Sorry, it's new Star Wars.
It can't be old Star Wars.
So it's you're in the ship, a Resistance ship that gets boarded, or you get tractor beamed to a Star Destroyer, and then it opens up the bay, and the first thing you see is your ship kind of gets boarded in. It opens up, and it's literally the docking bay of a Star Destroyer. Like the background is the big open screen with the Star Destroyers. There's like there's like 100 animatronic stormtroopers.
But they're all going to be clone troopers, not
it's new Star Wars, so it's going to be the new version of the stormtroopers. Oh,
I don't know what that was about.
I don't know either. But the ride stuff I've seen, it's going to be. If you're a Star Wars fan, it's going to be a must.
So we also heard there's a potential leak that when it first opens up, you see Jar Jar, right? A full animatronic Jar Jar.
I think they probably will shy away from Jar Jar.
You think
I found the one Jar Jar I think in Batuu, and that was that golden head in the antiquities room.
Golden head, you know.
So stay tuned, fans, because I'm going back in February. And
now this is on your own dime.
This is just part of my family vacation.
We can't burn the rest of the CC
No, this
budget.
is my money, but I got to go back and see it. And before we start with the toys, I also got myself a sweet thermal detonator.
So we talked about everything being locked down.
Yeah.
But you were able to take one of those.
I was able to take one of these. And I'll show a video later where I was able to escape, where I was able to use this thermal detonator to escape the Batuu holding facility. And we'll show that later. I made a video.
Awesome.
All right, so let's get started.
Let's get started here. All right, so we're going to talk about the droid stuff, which is probably some of the coolest, unique things to the park from a toy perspective. You can only get these there.
They're Disney Park exclusives. Yes. You cannot order them on websites. You cannot. You have to be at, and they're only at specific. This is literally. There's only one place to get this.
Only one place.
That is the Droid Factory.
This is the Droid Factory.
Where they make the big droids.
Oh, yes, you're right.
You can keep talking. I'm going to get one of them.
Yes. Yeah. So here, as Cece's getting some other things here, for those of you that are hardcore Star Wars fans, and you remember back in like 78, 79, when they started to come out with a lot of the toys, Droid Factory is one of those original toys, and it was kind of orange, and it had this claw hand, and you could build droids based off of that. So this is kind of an homage to that. And what's really cool is that it comes with this kind of big base. It actually comes with a gonk droid, which is actually pretty cool. Oh, here we go. Yeah, sweet. So here, like we can only do on the CC and R show, this is what you get. This is what makes the CC and R show so unique and cool. Here's the original drawer. Ooh, I'm very upset. Here is the original Droid Factory set from the 70s, late 70s. And as you can see, it's got this big claw, and you could build all these crazy droids.
It was just essentially Kenner just threw extra spare parts they had.
Literally.
I mean, I watched the documentary on that.
Yeah.
On Netflix, by the way. Great documentary about the Star Wars Kenner stuff. And they just threw parts in there.
Just threw parts, and they were like, here we go. And so this is kind of like the precursor to this, which is done pretty cool.
Yep.
But I wish they would have put this little kid on here who's very, very concentrated on making this droid. If you can, you can see there. So
this, my only kind of knock on this is that they didn't make it look the nostalgia part of it. They should have made the box look more original. But but it's not Hasbro. It is Hasbro. But it's not Hasbro at the same time. So they couldn't probably use the likeness.
And the reason why we know it's not Hasbro is because they have so many of these there for you to buy. You don't have to buy it on eBay and resort to like getting big prices unless you can't go to Disney.
We done with this? I can put this
away. Yeah, you can put that away. Okay. So here's the back of the box. It's a cool little Droid Factory there. Now what's unique about this is that for the small price of $40 a pop, which we'll show you here in a minute, you can buy droids, and you put them in this little water station, and they actually change colors.
So this thing comes with batteries. It does. It moves. It has noises, sound effects, and it has that drawing station and the actual target bay or whatever it is.
Target bay. Yep. So here are the 2 sets that go along with this, and basically it's 8 droids, and they have color changing properties. So you put some nice warm water in there, and they'll change different colors. So here you can see
their heat and cool. You can see, even if you looked at the front of the box, some of the figures are kind of pre-turning because of the temperature.
The temperature, right. So technically, you actually don't need a Droid Factory. You just need your house to be really cold.
Or really hot.
Or really hot, that's why our houses are we're extreme.
We're either freezing cold. Yeah. Now, when we start doing further episodes in the winter time in the basement, we may be wearing like full... like hoodies, things around our necks, gloves.
Because these right here alone are $40 a pop for 4 figures, $40. So you may say, well, that's $10 a figure. That's pretty good, but some would beg to differ, right?
Yeah. So and to throw a shout out, our favorite follower on our Instagram, rfig. He is a super nice guy, big time Star Wars collector.
Yep.
I, as just being the nice guy that I am. Because he collects all Star Wars toys. I told him, I said, hey, I'm going down. If you want, you can PayPal me some cash. I'll get whatever you're looking for. So he was looking for the Droid Factory, and he was looking for the Black Series 3 packs.
And you were able to hook it up.
And I was able to hook him up with my discount, because I get discounts. So
yes.
And I also bubble wrapped it, put it in boxes, air wrapped it, and shipped it. And guess what?
It arrived perfectly.
It arrived at his house with no damage.
No damage.
And if you go to RFig's Instagram page, he actually gave us a shout out.
Cool.
For hooking him up. So yeah. So the price point on these, dude, it was tough. I'm not gonna lie. Especially for the figures. I thought that was very pricey.
Well, when you look at this Droid Factory set alone is $50.
Right. And it comes with the Gonk Droid.
So like I think that's what's a sticker shock, is that the value for this is much better than the value for this.
These should have been like $20-something.
Yes.
And I would have been okay with that. But I do get a 20% discount, so I did save some of the cash off of it. So it wasn't too big of a deal. But like I said, you can only get these on either a secondary market, where you're going to spend way more than that, or actually go into the actual park. And this, like I said, is only at the Droid Factory, and not the old school Droid Factory, like where you build the little figures. The new one where it has the conveyor belts, where you build these type of droids, these big beasts.
Yes.
They have different versions. You can get like the R2. You can get, and they're a little bigger than this, but the R2, the BB-8s, there's different variations. You can actually buy a couple of them already boxed.
Yep.
That DJ Rex comes in a box. You can't build him, but it comes in a box. But the bigger versions that come like this.
Yes, if you, just make note, if you go to Galaxy's Edge, you will be hemorrhaging money left and right.
Dude, it just happened to be Force Friday on top of everything else. I still haven't recovered. It's been tough.
All right, what else you got?
All right, so like I said, because I'm a Black Series collector, I actually held out as long as I could. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon of just going on eBay and spending $350 for these figures. So I've got my exclusive packs. These also are spread out through Galaxy's Edge.
Okay.
Some of them are in like some of the shops at Hollywood Studios when you first come in on Sunset Strip. They're on the left-hand side. There's a bunch of different stuff you can buy. This one I was able to get in the actual Droid Factory.
So there's no shortage of these.
These were plentiful. I was able to go through and pick the one I wanted, because you know at Disney, everybody's touching everything.
Yep.
So a lot of them get battle damaged very early on.
Yep.
So to find one that's not destroyed is pretty tough. So I was able to go on and look through the shelves, which was nice, and actually pick what I wanted. So these are $69.99 a pop.
A pop.
So I get a discount, and it's 20% off. So I save, what, about $13 or $14.
That's not bad.
I think it was $60 with tax.
Okay.
So about $14 or $15.
That's the shipping for returning boxes that are destroyed.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. I mean, it opens up, so you have a little description of the storyline.
Yeah.
And you have your figures. The only real exclusive figure to this is the DJ Rex, which is the original.
Which is the one that everyone wants.
Exactly.
Right.
He's the original pilot for the Star Tours rides. Any fans out there who've been on the original Star Tours from the 80s and 90s, not the new version with C-3PO.
Yeah.
So
And he's pretty well articulated for those.
He is.
You know, he's got some arm articulation in there, got some head articulation.
And if you want to see DJ Rex, he is now the DJ at the Cantina restaurant at Galaxy's Edge.
Awesome.
In Batu. So yeah, it's got the figures. Obviously the BB-8, the R2, and the C-3PO are all repacks.
All repacks.
And on the back, it gives you a description. It shows you the figures, and it gives you just a brief synopsis of each figure, so you can see. So this is the Droid Factory one.
Droid Factory. All right.
All right.
What else we got?
Oh god. And let's see. Then they have the. This is my least favorite one.
The Smuggler's Run.
The Smuggler's Run. So this one focuses on, and I'm not really sure why Rey's in it, but whatever. So you have, I guess because she's the new pilot of the Millennium Falcon. Yeah. So you have C-3PO, the Porgs, Rey, and this, what's it called, Hondo.
And he was from the Rebels, Rebels TV show.
I guess if you watched Rebels, you know he is one of the characters. He is now the main focus of the Smuggler's Run ride. He is your not your pilot. He's your like
maybe your concierge.
He kind of like sets you up with the deal, and he's kind of like your guidance for
like
your
broker
for your flight. Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty cool figure.
Yeah, figures are good. Cool. I mean, now I have more Porgs, which is always fun.
Yeah.
By the way, there's Porg nests all over that ride.
All over that.
So when you're getting online on your queue and you're walking through all the stuff, if you look very closely, you'll see Porg nests. No Porgs, because God forbid they put a Porg in there.
Right.
But there's nests everywhere. And even on the Millennium Falcon, when you get onto the bay of the Millennium Falcon, there's certain areas where the cargo is, and there's little nests.
Oh,
so
nice.
All right. So this one comes with obviously your main character from the Smuggler's Run, some Porgs. They actually give Rey an actual lightsaber, which is nice, and her staff blaster. So this is all movie accurate.
Movie accurate.
Yet another Rey, which is straight repack. My 15th Chewbacca comes with his freaking blaster and bow, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So like I said, the only new figure is the Hondo figure.
Are those the Porgs that came in the 2-pack, or are those different molded Porgs?
Right there.
Let's see. We're going to
snatch that up.
I'm going to do another compare here. Let's see.
So, but it's like I said, it's a nice display the way they kind of do it. Oh, look what I just noticed.
Ooh, it is Hasbro, but they have. I don't know if it's Hasbro because you can get these everywhere, right?
That's the first time I've seen it. So they new molds or the same?
They are new. It looks like you get one, maybe one.
Yeah, those. Yeah, because he's got his arms open.
Yeah.
So you get new versions of the Porgs.
New versions of the Porgs. Look at that.
Huh. So wow, that's the first time I've seen Hasbro's name on
a Disney
a Disney product. Yeah, it's all over it, and it says. But see, you can even see it says Disney. It says Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Well, they are their employer, so that's why they've got no shortage of those all over the place.
I'm trying to think though. Did the other one have?
I don't think the Droid Factory one does say Hasbro on it.
Okay, well,
maybe
because these are Black Series.
Yeah. All right, so what's that last one?
So the last one is going to be probably my favorite one. It's the First Order set. So it comes with, let's open this up so you can see. So this one comes with a Mountain Trooper, Kylo Ren. Comes with a mouse droid. And then it comes with this Commander, what is that?
Piri?
I don't know.
That's Captain Phasma's brother.
Maybe. The male counterpart to Phasma, the gold version.
The gold version. You gotta have a gold version.
So it looks like you're going to get some decent stuff in here. You get the blaster. You get the Kylo Ren lightsabers, the ignited and the one that's just not ignited, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is literally the mold for the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, just minus the cracked helmet. Which we'll go into later on our next review.
Yep.
Mouse droids are always cool. The Commander Pyre has the regular and the sweet limited blaster.
I like how he gets, he's the gold guy, so he's like, you got to make me a custom gold weapon to go with my custom gold
Maybe
armor.
they dipped these guys in the same as those trophy Walmart exclusives that came out with, those little 375.
Yep, that everyone's buying, right? Maybe they just dipped them in the same gold stuff, and they were like, perfect.
Maybe they said, you know what, this is a good look. We're going to make a whole line of figures out of these now.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, this is a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
Not bad. It comes, like I said, in the back. It's got the little description. You know what? Here, you can find out right now who this Commander Pyre is. Fearsome First Order Stormtrooper officer. It says he stands out from the legions of identically equipped soldiers with his black and gold armor. So that really gives us a lot of insight.
It does give you a lot of insight.
That gives us a ton. The Mountain Troopers, it says they're First Order Stormtroopers, but they're specialized units of the Batu Mountains.
Ooh.
So this is a figure that they especially made for Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge, yeah.
So yeah, I can't believe they put the mouse droid as an actual figure in there.
Yeah.
They actually list him as a figure.
That's a $20 figure right there.
Unbelievable. So like I said, I've waited because these guys are still going for upper twos, I'd say, on eBay. I'd say, like, I think I saw the cheapest one was like $279 right now.
Wow.
So I got them for $60 a pop. So what is that, $180?
Yeah, not bad.
So I mean, that's $100 less.
$100 less.
I just had to go in there and transport it myself. Now, the nice thing is that you can ship it from when you buy it in Disney. You can ship right from the store.
Mm-hmm.
So like I could have went there, bought these, and instead of having to worry about myself of traveling back with them, just shipped them right out. It was $7.95 per box to ship. So it would have been what, $24?
$24.
But I saw a person in front of me doing that, and they threw that thing right in a box and just.
Yeah.
So
you're not getting that back mint.
It ain't gonna look like it looks like now right now. I can tell you that. So the
Nope.
precision of my handling and shipping was a lot.
They were gonna
nicer.
punt that thing down to your hotel room,
Yes.
and then
I could imagine. So I guess we'll talk about these amazing figures we found.
Yeah.
Now this is Disney, but it's not. I didn't get them at Disney.
You got them. Yes. Well, you got them at Disney, but at Walgreens around Disney.
It's
right?
unbelievable.
Yeah. So
I had the sniffles. If you watch some of the videos, you could tell I had kind of a head cold, so I had to go to the Walgreens.
Walgreens.
And I was on the phone with you.
Yes.
And I turned the corner.
So just quickly here, you went to Walgreens to get some medicine, but you were also looking for an exclusive Star Wars figure.
I was the Clone Commander Obi-Wan, which is all over other areas of the world except the United States.
Except the United States, which makes sense, right? But here's the part that's hilarious: is that you went to Walgreens to get a Star Wars figure.
Correct.
Because I don't know why.
Because they have exclusivity. I used to buy all my Walking Dead toys from them.
I don't know how Walgreens, someone was like, Walgreens is the place to go to get Star Wars toys.
Hasbro said, where can we make the least amount of figures and have it be an exclusive? And they said, how about Walgreens?
Yes.
How about a place where you go, like a pharmacy?
Yeah, that makes sense. So show them what we found.
So when I turn the corner, I see these boxes sitting on the bottom shelf.
So those of you that are CCNR fans, in our very first season, we did a whole episode on Tron Legacy toys, which we're going to come back to.
We are.
And do some more Tron stuff, especially now that we found these.
So, yeah, Tron has a soft spot for us.
Yes.
So we have always been fans of Tron. We did a Tron video, which we opened up some Tron Legacy figures and stuff. In December, Entertainment Earth has an exclusive where they have these Tron figures. They have the Tron, the Sark, and the Infiltrator Flynn, which is the red version.
Right, and we were like, why?
Why you're making a red version of Flynn?
Right.
Well, now we know why.
Yep.
Because the same company who's making, and it comes, if you get the pack, it's a triple pack, it comes with it builds...
The recognizer.
It builds a recognizer, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we ordered those back in what? I mean, like July or August?
Yeah, something like that.
So I turn the corner and I see these. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. These are fully articulated.
Tron.
These are the
definitive
Tron figures ever made. Comes with his identity disc.
Right. So they took the diamond figures that they just came out with, the 2-packs, which we're going to open on a later video.
Yes.
And fixed all the problems.
They did.
Like, for some reason, they molded the disc to their backs. To his back. Right? So they fixed all of that. And they were like, these are selling. Let's make individually, enhanced figures, and we'll box them. But the kicker into this is that you can't get these anywhere.
No, these are Walgreens exclusives.
Walgreens exclusives. So this company was like, Walgreens. Something about Walgreens is the new Toys R Us.
And here's the real caveat. After I called you and told you about this, you can walk into any Walgreens and they're there. You'll find at least one of them.
At least one of them.
Or not all three. They
had
had all three of these on the shelves. These were how much? $16.99?
Yes.
These were $16.99, and they were all there. I said, you know what? Let me snatch all these beasts up.
Yep.
So I got them. You're on the phone with me. You get in your car that same time frame.
This was 7 o'clock on like a Thursday or something. And I went to 3 Walgreens that night.
And you found them.
And I found them.
You found multiple. You got the best ones you could find. But
I had to go to 3 of them.
But they had them.
To get to mint ones. But we're going to do a bigger in-depth review.
Once we get
the other Tron stuff
from Entertainment Earth. Yeah.
But these were kind of in Disney, so we wanted to share them.
I couldn't believe it. I didn't know these were out.
Yeah, and so, I mean, again, if you're a Tron fan... Walgreens, here they are, baby. Best definitive Tron figures ever made.
And there's the one to compare it to.
Yeah, this is the compare.
This is what started it.
Yeah, this is... Here's your comparative.
Where's the Tron?
The Tron in the middle.
You can see this. I mean, this one is way, even the articulation features are definitely better.
I mean, and we're going to get in and compare about what the differences are here. But this one was the definitive for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And has been blown away by this one.
Absolutely.
So,
and we're gonna open him when we get the other
next
ones.
episodes.
We're gonna when we get the ones from Entertainment Earth, we're gonna do a big Tron review, and we're gonna crack this boy open and show him.
Yep.
So pretty excited about that.
So that's everything Disney, I think, right?
I think that's all the stuff that
that's all the goodies.
You know what? If you want to stand by for 1 second, I can show you just a couple. So there's one or two other little things I can show you real quick that I forgot. If you want to stand by, so
stand by.
And those right there, that's the most expensive Coca-Cola ever bought.
How much was this Coke?
What is it, like $6?
$6
about
for
$5 or $6 can of Coke
for the cap, because I think this is like one of those ornaments. I think they make those ornaments.
All right, so sorry, I had to take a quick break.
I had to take.
So I had to go find these. So there's a couple quick things. They had at Batu, if you have to buy $100 worth to get this medallion. It's glued in the box. I don't know if you can see in there. But it's some kind of like
metal medallion exclusive. See on the back, it tells you about the gift card. It's called a Batuian Spira, is the ancient currency of the Black Spire outpost.
Wow.
So they give you a whole story about it. So it comes in a nice little encasement. This thing you have to put $100 on it to even get it. Wow. So I had to go and say I want a $100 gift card to get one of those Batuian Spires. It's heavy. I mean, it's got some weight to it. I'm going to have to bring over my those worthless keys. I got those brass keys that my mom keeps giving me for Christmas every year. So this was $100 to use. So I just put $100 on it and I used it. Okay. And I'll show you. Next time we have another episode, I'll show you. I have a Star Wars gift card that came out back in episode 3, which was a Darth Vader where you push the button and his lightsaber would ignite, and you had to put a minimum of $10 on that one. Now it's $100. Which I think I still have $10 on it. So the only two things that weren't nailed down. Yeah, because we were trying to get as much stuff as we could. So at the cantina, they had these coasters, and they had one with a Rancor on it, and they had one with an Ewok, part of the Ewok brew. Oh. So I snatched up an Ewok and a Rancor. They have multiple versions of these, but these are the only two I could steal. And a whole set of those goes for about $500. Probably. And on the back, see, it shows the Cantina logo with the little martini glass. Sweet. And I did have the, see, that says Cantina. You can see that. So those are the only two things that weren't nailed down. Only two things. So I got those. The Cantina stuff was pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely Cantina. Their version of the Cantina. Yeah. But we got I got like one of the Bantha milks, which is different from the weekends they used to do. This is more like a blueberry, icy, but it's pretty good. Is it good? And it comes with this Bantha cookie. It has a Bantha on it, the head of a Bantha. That was delicious. It was like a rice cookie on point. So it's cool, but it's cool just to go there, man. Music's playing, people cook it. I mean, it's like being in Star Wars. Yeah. So it's pretty impressive. So yeah, it was a good time. I'm looking forward to going back to do the Resistance ride. I think that's going to be the apex ride for that park. So, all right. Well, that's everything. That's it. Well, fans, thanks for joining in. One more thing. Oh, what's this? Let me just give a quick example. No more surprises for the fans. All right. When you go and you buy stuff at Disney, they have those stupid things built into these. Those sensors. Oh yes, yes. So when you buy the toy, this is key. They will literally ring it up, and then on the countertop, they'll just start like a saw. Literally saw it up the entire time while they're ringing stuff up. Just to the point where I finally had to say to her, I said, "Ma'am, can I just go get another one?" And she's like, "Why?" It's like, look at the bottom, and the whole bottom was just razor marks. Yeah, shredded. And it's a smooth surface, but it doesn't matter. You know these boxes. So she did it with 3 things, and every one I said, "Just go ahead and do it." I said, "But I'm going to go right back over there and pick another." So I had to return 3 of the items. Man. So be careful when you go there. Yes. Tip. Helpful tip. They're going to saw the crap out of the bottom of the box. All right. So that's it. There you go. All right, guys. Until next time, season 3, baby.